Shen the Elf. A long, long time ago, an elf called Shen lived inside an apple tree in the furthest forest of somewhere. She had got the mossiest head you had ever seen, and her skin was as green as grass. This little elf loved animals, but above all, she was the best friend of the plants and vegetation of the forest. It was autumn, the ideal season to collect chestnuts and wild mushrooms. And one sunny morning, Shen was looking for her breakfast around the forest when she approached a big chestnut tree. Its trunk was larger than her apple tree's trunk. "Good morning, Mr. Chestnut Tree," Shen smiled kindly. "I'm really hungry, and I wonder if you could give me any of the best chestnuts that hang from your branches."
"From my branches? Of course not. You have to respect the natural process. That would hurt me," answered the tree. "But if you are able to wait, you can collect the tastiest from the ground when they fall from my branches."
The chestnut tree was sick of those who used to take his delicious chestnuts before they had fallen. However, Shen was not willing to wait. She wanted to eat them right then and there. Luckily, the chestnut tree was higher than her, and she couldn't reach the branches. The elf thought that collecting mushrooms would be easier and faster than having those chestnuts for breakfast, since they grew on the ground. Moreover, she liked them as much as chestnuts, and she would be back once the chestnuts were on the ground. "Well, I'm leaving. I don't want chestnuts," said Shen, a little bit upset for not having picked up any chestnuts. "I will go down the creek road and I'll pick some mushrooms for breakfast because they are tastier than your chestnuts."
"But be careful with the red mushrooms," the chestnut tree advised her. "You must not eat the red ones. They are the most dangerous of all of them."
But Shen was so angry with the tree that she didn't listen to him. She no longer wanted to eat chestnuts. The elf went down the valley to take the creek road. The path was marked by endless rows of beech trees, and at her feet, hundreds of mushrooms. There were mushrooms of all types and colors: yellow like honey, brown like bark, blue like the sky, and red. Shen touched her belly, thinking about having a great feast, and happily, she started to eat mushrooms of every color. All kinds of mushrooms. She was so angry that she hadn't even listened to the tree's warning. And in the case that she had heard him, she would have ignored his words anyway. After having her meal, she fell asleep among the cattails near the stream. 1 hour later, she woke up with a terrible stomach ache. She only wanted to go back home to her apple tree to rest. So she went up the valley very slowly, walking as slow as the snails of the forest, because her stomach ache didn't even let her walk. She walked between bushes and brackens with the branches of trees over her. She was about to pass under the branches of the chestnut tree when he asked her.
"What's the matter with you, little elf?" asked the tree worriedly. "You don't look so good."
"Oh, well, after eating some mushrooms," Shen said with a slow drawl, "I had a temperature, so I lied down to sleep, and when I woke up—"
"Have you eaten mushrooms of all colors?" the tree asked, moving his branches. Didn't you listen to me when I warned you not to eat red mushrooms?
I didn't want to listen to you because I was angry with you. I thought you were the most selfish tree in the forest. Shen rested again against the trunk of the tree because she could hardly walk. You didn't give me any of your chestnuts.
But dear Shen, look at you now. You are in big trouble,
the tree said, snorting.
Fortunately, some of my chestnuts have already fallen down. Please, take some of the biggest ones. They are magic, and they will cure your stomach ache. However, be careful and listen to me. You should not eat too many, or you won't be better than now.
Thank you so much, Shen said. What can I call you? What is your name?
My name is Magosto,
answered the tree. Shen paid attention to Magosto's words this time, and she ate just some of the magic chestnuts that had fallen from the branches. She spent all afternoon with him. When she came back home, she didn't have a stomach ache. They both lived happily ever after.